take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it, move along. I said we got what you need.
Hi everybody, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to give you an in-depth review of the Buzzaround Extreme 3-wheel model, also known as the Buzzaround EX, and it's made by Golden Technologies. The model number is GB118B. Now this is one of the only take-apart scooters that breaks down into 6 lightweight pieces, and it can still hold up to 350 pounds. Comes with suspension, comes with a light kit. It's an awesome scooter. And before we get into this video, I just want to mention 2 quick things. Number 1, if you want a copy of our free product catalog, just go to our website, mobilitydirect.com, click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog, fill out the simple short form, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. I also want to say that if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you're automatically going to get entered into our giveaway. We give away a free powered mobility product once a month to one lucky random subscriber. So if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. You could be the next lucky winner. With that being said, I'm going to get started. We're going to walk around this scooter and give you some up-close shots while I talk about a few of the specifications. This scooter can go up to 5 miles per hour as a top speed, and it can go up to 18 miles on a full charge. It has a 4-inch ground clearance, which means it's going to be able to go off-road. It can handle grass, but keep in mind, if you're really close to the weight capacity, if there's inclines on the grass, or if the grass is really soft, if the grass is really tall, it will vary in performance. But it is a great scooter that can be used on grass and on flat pavement surfaces, sidewalks, etc. Now the turning radius on the 3-wheel model is really great. It's 42 inches. You can get it in a 4-wheel version, which is a bit more stable for off-roading, but the turning ability is not as good. On the 4-wheel version, it has a 56-inch turning radius on the 4-wheel version. The turning radius is basically the required amount of space to do a U-turn. Now these scooters come with 2 12-volt batteries that have a 35 amp-hour capacity. You can get it in the red or the blue color. This is the red, and it comes with a 90 amp dynamic R-series controller. The overall length is 45 inches. The overall width is 22 inches. No problem getting it through any doorway. And you basically have the heavy, when it's fully assembled, it's 148 pounds. But when you take it apart, and we'll show you how to do that, the heaviest piece weighs 46 pounds, which is pretty manageable. Now, of course, if that's too much for you, we do carry vehicle lifts, and that is an option. So let's get into it here. On the dash, we've got a very easy to read battery meter. So as the battery starts to discharge, as you use it, the green lights will start to turn off, then the yellow light, and you don't ever really want it to go to the red. If you can start charging at the yellow, as a general rule of thumb when it comes to charging, you're going to get the most life out of your battery. If you wait till it gets to the red, you're not going to get as much of a battery life out of it. You'll probably only get about a year out of your battery. Whereas if you start charging when it's halfway through, you'll probably get a good 2, maybe 3 years out of the batteries. They are sealed lead acid batteries, kind of like a car battery. So depending on how hot the climate is in your state, you should be able to get about 2, maybe 3 years out of the battery. Now, just underneath the battery meter, we've got a speed limiter or a speed control knob, also known as a potentiometer. If you've never ridden a scooter before, I recommend keeping it on the slowest setting first, all the way counterclockwise towards the tortoise. And as you get more comfortable, start bringing that speed up so that you get the full capability of 5 miles per hour as the top speed. Now, moving our way down, you have the ignition here underneath the speed control knob, and that's how you power the unit on and power it off. Here you have the horn button, pretty self-explanatory. Now we're going to talk about the throttle system. This is known as a delta wraparound tiller, which means you can control this scooter with one hand. To go forward, you would pull back. If you're right-handed, you would pull back, and you would pull forward on that right throttle pad to go backwards, or push forward rather. Now if you're left-handed, you could still control it with one hand, but the controls are inverted, meaning if you push forward on the left paddle, it goes forward. If you pull back, it goes back. I also want you to know that if you lightly pull, it's going to go very slow. If you pull back all the way, it takes off full speed. Same thing with both paddles on the left and the right the left or the right side. It's throttle sensitive to how far you pull back or push forward. So pretty convenient, very easy to use. And as we work our way down, you're going to notice on the left side here, right underneath the left side of the handlebar assembly, you've got a little cover here for your XLR charging port, which is basically a 3-pin barrel connector. The charger is a smart charger. You can plug it in and it's going to have a little light on it that turns green when it's fully charged. It's usually red when it's charging. So once it's fully charged, it goes green. You don't have to worry about unplugging it right away. It is a smart charger. It's not going to overcharge your batteries. Pretty convenient that it's located up high too, so you don't have to bend down too low to get to the charging port. Now on the right side, we've got a switch. And on the switch here, if you push forward, it's going to turn on the light. So the light's down here. You can adjust the tilting angle of the light, and basically it's all controlled with that switch. Now if we move our way down from the tiller assembly, down the steering column, you're going to see the basket is attached with 3 hooks. Those 3 hooks hook right into those 3 holes on the back of the basket. It's a very convenient basket to have. If you want to go shopping, take some groceries around with you, you can put them in the front there. Nothing to it. When you're ready to put it back on, just line up those holes with the 3 hooks and push down slightly. And as we work our way down on the right side, you're going to notice just above the light, there's a knob. This knob right here, if you rotate counterclockwise, we're going to back the camera up. I'm going to show you the action of being able to control the tilting angle of the steering or tiller assembly. That's the technical terminology for it. It's the tiller assembly. So if you want to bring the steering tiller assembly closer to you or further away, you're going to use this knob, loosen it, bring it to the desired position, and then turn it clockwise rather to tighten it and lock it into position. Now just underneath the light and the tilt knob, you've got a little steering lock, which is spring loaded. So if you push forward and give it a slight turn clockwise, about quarter of the way, it's going to lock your steering. And I'll show you what that's for when we take apart the scooter. It's basically to prevent the steering assembly from swinging left to right while it's in the trunk of your car. Now, if we work our way down, you're going to notice some really nice yellow coils, which is the suspension system. You've got suspension on the front and on the back. And you're going to notice 9-inch solid flat free tires on the front and the rear. So you don't have to worry about them going flat. Very low maintenance, very, very easy to work on. Very technician friendly as well. Now on the 3-wheel version, you have extra space on the front because you don't have 2 wheels on each side with wheel wells like that scooter right there, which is a 4-wheel version that I'm pointing out. So if you get the 4-wheel version, you have these wheel wells right here that are going to be in the way and limit your foot space, otherwise causing you to put your feet up high. And if you've got long legs, that can be rather uncomfortable. So consider that if you're taller, the 3-wheel version is going to be a little bit better. It's going to turn sharper. However, the 4-wheel version is a bit more stable. And the 4-wheel version is just going to perform a little bit better off-road as well. Now, as we move our way towards the battery packs, it's 2 battery packs with 35 amp hour batteries in each one, 12 volt sealed lead acid. There's a breaker reset switch right here. So if you get hung up on a hill or you're pushing this scooter to the limit, going on inclines and off-road for too long, if you get hung up on a tree root, the motor might shut off, and that's because this breaker reset switch was popped out, and that's a system to prevent damage to the motor or the controller. So try pushing that in if your scooter randomly shuts off, and be careful stressing out your scooter and using it on inclines that it's not really rated for. With these scooters, you should be able to do about 6 to 8 degrees of incline depending on the capacity and the load. Now as we work our way to the rear, you're going to notice a few things. You've got a light here, which is basically going to be used to light up the back and allow people to see the scooter from the back in the dark. You've got anti-tip wheels. Helps out when you're going up inclines to make sure you don't tilt backwards. You're going to notice the nice coil-over suspension in the rear on both sides as well. And I want to talk about this yellow lever right here. It's really important to know what that's for. You've got a D and an N on the sticker here. That stands for drive mode and neutral mode. Now I'm going to back the camera up a little bit and show you. If I want to push this scooter, I can't. It's got an automatic braking system. The only way it's not going to be engaged is if you give the throttle paddles a push, and you can hear a click. That's the braking system turning off and on. Now, if you want to push it manually, let's say the battery runs out, you can't push it unless you put that into the neutral position. But when doing so, your scooter's going to beep at you, and it's not going to work. So to fix that, turn the unit off, come back to the drive lever and put it into drive mode. The reason why that's there, it's a safety feature. If you run out of batteries on a steep incline, you don't want to roll down that incline uncontrollably. So with the lever in the drive position, the brakes are always engaged. Even if you run out of batteries, you're not going to roll down that hill uncontrollably. All right, so when it's in the neutral position and you want to push it, make sure that the unit is powered off. If it's powered on, it's going to be really hard to push it because of the resistance from the motor being on. So again, if you're going to push it manually, put it in the neutral mode, make sure the power's off, and then when you're ready to restart it, put it in the drive mode, turn the power on, you'll be fine. If you hear that beep code going off with 5 beeps, that's just telling you that you need to be in the drive position. So turn it off, put it in the drive mode, turn it back on, it's going to work fine. Now, as we move our way up here, you're going to notice this Hitch Receiver. It's a 1-inch square receiver with a locking knob here, which is a bolt. It's going to allow you to secure accessories like a rear cage-style basket, walker holder, cane holder, oxygen tank holder, etc. So when you're ready to shop for accessories, you know that you've got that universal receiver in the back. It's very good to work with. Almost every company that makes scooters offers accessories for their scooters, and that's where they plug into. Now here on the right side, underneath the chair, you've got a rotation lever. If you lift that up, you're going to be able to rotate the seat 360 degrees, and every 45 degrees, it locks into position. In fact, it actually gets even more than that. You've got about 8 different positions that it locks into. So when you're ready to get in and out of the chair, we're going to show you what that's like. We're going to back up the camera a little bit. For some people, it's easier to lift up the armrest. They both lift up. And when you want to get in the chair, it helps. A lot of customers like rotating the seat 45 degrees, and getting into it while it's turned sideways is a lot easier, especially with the armrest up. So you can put the armrest down when you're seated, use that rotation lever, face forward, and you're good to go. Now, a couple of other things we want to show you and talk about here with this scooter. Taking it apart and breaking it down into 6 pieces is what really makes this scooter unique and very practical to travel with. And I'm going to show you how that works. We're going to start by taking off the front basket, lift straight up, nothing to it. When you remove the seat, there is a trick. First, fold the seat back forward, put one hand underneath the front of the seat, one hand underneath in the back. I usually grab the hitch receiver port and pick straight up. Do not tilt in any direction or else it's going to feel like it's stuck and it won't come out. See, I'm kind of tilting back, it's not coming out. But if you pick straight up, it comes out easily. And that's because of the system here. You've got a male connector and a female, which is basically coated with a rubber ring here. So if it's tilting and this pole's trying to come out, it feels like it's stuck. So don't do that. Now, once the seat is off, you can continue to disassemble it by removing one of the 2 battery packs first with the handle, then remove the second one. Nothing to it. After that, you want to use the tilt rotation knob, loosen it, bring the handlebar down to about here. Don't let it rest on the floorboard because you could scratch it. Right there, and then turn that rotation knob clockwise until it's locked in. Now remember earlier we talked about this little push spring-loaded knob? If you don't have the turning lock on or locked, this handlebar will swing around when you're transporting it in the trunk of your car and could potentially scratch other parts of the scooter or the handlebar assembly. So to lock it, push in, rotate a quarter of the turn clockwise, and now it's locked. Keep in mind, when you put the scooter back together and you go to use it, if this is locked, you won't be able to turn the wheel. So make sure you pay attention to that. Now, the next step when taking it apart is to detach the front half from the rear half. I like to do so by grabbing the seat post, and with one hand on the seat post, my other hand here where the light is, pick straight up with both. And look at that. The scooter is fully disassembled now. Again, the scooter can be stored in the trunk of a car rather easily, and the heaviest piece, which is the front half, only weighs 46 pounds. The rear half weighs 30 pounds. The seat weighs 23 pounds with the armrest installed. You can take them out, and I'll show you how to do that. The battery packs weigh 24 pounds each. Pretty straightforward. Now to put it back together, you want to pay attention to these 4 red stickers. These red stickers, you want to line them up. There's these U-shaped hooks on the rear where the stickers are. They're like U-shaped, and the front half has the bar that falls into that U-shaped hook on each side. So when you're putting it together, you want to line up the hooks with the bar, make sure the stickers are lined up with each other, and you just let it fall into place. I'm going to show you that one more time from a little bit further away. You want to make sure everything's lined up nice and straight. Line up the red stickers, the U-shaped hooks with the bar, and just kind of let it fall into place. It's that easy. It's pretty awesome. So when you're ready, loosen that tilt adjustment knob, bring the handlebar assembly up, lock it back into place. Remember, don't forget about your steering lock. Push in, give it a quarter of the turn counterclockwise, you're able to turn again. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the batteries one at a time. Doesn't matter which side you go with first, just make sure that they're all the way in. And last but not least, we're going to grab the seat. Now, pay attention to that male connection, line it up with the female, level out the seat, it's going to fall right into place. As long as it's not rotating freely, you know that the seat's all the way in. Now, one more thing about the seat, I wanted to show you the armrests. If you wanted to adjust them outwards or bring them closer together or remove them, just rotate this knob counterclockwise. Set it at the desired position, lock it back in by going clockwise. And that is how you adjust the width of the armrests. All right, so at this point, we've got the scooter assembled. I'm just going to reattach the basket, line up the holes with the hooks, push down, and the scooter's assembled. Now, this is the Buzzaround Extreme, and it's called the Extreme for a reason. It's really good for off-roading, going on grass, has a great weight capacity, suspension. It's a really great scooter, but if you want something that's not really meant for outdoors and you're just going to use it indoors, Golden makes a bunch of great scooters for various different applications. Check them all out. They're very high quality. They come with excellent warranties. You get a lifetime limited warranty on the frame, 2 years for the drivetrain and the electronics, and 1 year on the battery. Golden Technologies readily keeps parts available. They have excellent customer support for their dealers, so you can give our non-commissioned sales experts a call or our parts department if you need to learn more about these products or get parts, file warranty claims. We are here to help. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. I really appreciate you stopping by our channel and watching this video. Remember to go to our website, claim a copy of our catalog if you want to learn more about it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.
Before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, search for Mobility Direct, and hit the subscribe button. You can also enable notifications. That way you get notified whenever we release new videos just like this one. Our YouTube channel is organized into convenient playlists ranging from repair videos, review videos, unboxing videos, and we're constantly making epic videos. So make sure you go on over to our YouTube channel, check out our videos, leave a comment if you have any questions. We reply to all of our comments. We would also appreciate it if you liked the video. And by the way, don't forget you can claim a copy of our free catalog. Just go to our website and then click on the green button at the top of every page. Just fill out that short form. You'll get one in the mail within 2 weeks. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.